a form of escapism, which is so important when you're spending so much time in hospitals and getting treatment and all that stuff. You kind of want to zone out and forget about what's going on around you, but also forming a little community there, man. Think about, we get enough money, we get a couple systems to a couple kids, they can all play games together, in hospitals, man. That's super, super cute, and I really like that. So if you guys could donate, check that out. In the meantime, we're gonna have Skittles versus Ravenking. We're gonna keep marching through this losers bracket, and this time we're gonna see more approaching on the opposite side of Skittles from Ravenking's Ike. Very powerful foe himself, man. Look at that delayed up air, Stu. You're going to see a lot of different timings on the aerials between fair, nair, all these different timings you're going to see for Ravenking to rack up the damage. But here we go on the receiving end instead. It's the Skittles advantage state, which you've seen so much of.
I mean, the thing is that young Link definitely likes to make themselves hard to hit, but if you get within sword range, you are generally good if you're Ike. That thing hits so cleanly across the blade, and damage is distributed pretty thoroughly. And if you're Skittles right now, I think you're imagining that you are almost leaning on those arrows if you don't want Ravenking to do just that, which is run off the platform and nair you into oblivion.
Wow, the up B doesn't get the punish. I was wondering if it would, honestly. It was really close, but it was not quick enough. Would have been a nice chunk of damage there, too, for Ravenking, which he could use to extend the lead. But now you see it. Wow, that was amazing movement. Great decision-making, dude. That's what I'm saying. The timing, it's so important when you play Ike to mix up the timing on your moves. Between his kit, fair, nair, anything on the ground plus grab, the way you mix that up and mix up around your opponent's shield is so important because you're approaching the air a whole lot, as you're seeing Ravenking do already in this game once, dude.
Utilizing that boomerang yet again, Ravenking says, I have a giant yellow broadsword. What do I need to concern myself over a wooden stick that you are throwing at me? This is the dilemma that Skittles is being dealt with, and they're going to have to reckon with that reality because Ravenking has been paying it no mind whatsoever.
And no way!
You're sitting at 161 right now.
Wow. I knew Skittles was a sharpshooter with the bow, but he's also with the hook shot too? That was crazy. That was a couple headshots in a row.
Oh, good kill there by Skittles and keeping it relatively close. That dash attack proven to be effective as Raven. Oh, that is not the way you want to let Ravenking back into the lead. That's just tragic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a tough one to swallow, but we've seen Skittles make a lot of comebacks throughout the day. Doesn't mean he's out of this one yet, but this is kind of the problem when you lose the lead as someone like Young Link. You're forced to approach more because we've seen Skittles try to camp a little bit even when he didn't have the lead, but Ravenking's just not engaging with any of that stuff. There's no reason for him to either, so see him kind of backing off. Oh, there he goes, approaching for some reason. There you go. Catching him in the air to air. Good stuff here. Terrible position for Skittles, barely living through that situation. That could have been it for Skittles if Ravenking got one good read there.
May very well have been, as the arrow's going to be thrown out yet again. This is a full stock lead right now for Ravenking as they could be looking to administer the coup de grace here. The pop-up, and not quite out of it yet, is Skittles as they're going to use that tether to get back to the stage and re-exerting stage control here. I don't know if you want to let Skittles back into the middle of that stage, Ash.
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on. We got him off stage here. We've seen Ike lose a lot of stocks off stage already. Skittles a sharpshooter with everything. The hook shot, the boomerang, the hook shot, the boomerang, the boomerang. Oh, the arrow. He's hitting them all, man. Can he find it with the sword, though? That's the last one he's got to find. It's like the last piece of the quad force. I know that's not a thing, but, if it was, Skittles would be finding it right now.
Ooh. Looking for the back air and eventually the tilt, but you know what? It's going to be the dash attack that does it. Ravenking pain. Skittles, no mind. Tasting the rainbow. No. You are tasting nothing but defeat right now, and that is a 3-stock victory. Bow down to the king.
Yeah, nice job there, man. That's just how you play with the lead 101, 100%. I mean, I know Ike typically he's going to be approaching this matchup, but once you get the lead, you don't need to approach, man. And Young Link, I mean, just look at the difference in the swords, dude. He's going to have a hard time fighting up close against Ike. He's got to stay at that nice mid-range at that point, looking for some more Zares, looking for some arrows up close, anything like that. Oh, what do we got, Stu? Sorry, I saw you pointing.
Oh, no, I was just looking at the clock that was above my head.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, 3.5 minutes, Gamer Subs, $50 gift card. I really don't know what I'm going to do with this clog. I'm wondering if this is a permanent fixture in my home now. Either way, Pokemon Stadium 2, yet again, you saw that run back right away. Skittles wanted that bad.
All right, man. Game 2 here, running it back to PS2. Kind of makes sense to me. Oh, jeez, that was almost a KO. Hold on. A B, yes. Ravenking, he's got those, man. That's his go-to edge guard, easy. He's going to keep doing it, too. Nice little finesse there, though, by Skittles sneaking between the hits of the Aether, for sure.
However, one big swing of the sword is all it takes for Ravenking to... Oh, my gosh.
A billion IQ. That was insanely smart. That was so good.
Inspired stuff. Inspired stuff from Skittles, and surviving, making it back onto the stage, and honestly keeping a relatively decent pace right now with Ravenking, all things considered. You know, you could have just been on the down and out and watched yourself fall apart, which we did see Ravenking do in winner's bracket, admittedly, against Epic Gabriel, who sits in winner's final with that matchup against Meister, which is imminent. But yeah, Ravenking right now looking like a whole new player, and right now has a temporary, if tenuous, advantage over Skittles.
Dude, you know Ravenking's going to try to cheese him off stage in that situation. 0%. That's a juicy looking stock for him. Couldn't find it, though. Skittles only taking 1% so far. Can't snipe it. Both these guys, the recoveries are insane. And look at the tomahawk grab, or empty hop grab, I guess I should say. Here we go. A little more pressure here. Looking for the Zaire, trying to catch a jump. Oh boy, oh boy. This is exactly where Ike wants you. Underneath him, just keep jumping up and up and up. Here we go.
Ooh, and that's going to be another stock right there, Has.
Again, though, Ravenking, even though he dropped... Yeah, he tried to get cute. He tried to get cute with the bomb recovery. I wasn't sure. I thought he was still going to make it, but either way, dropping down that stock. Skittles a full stock behind Ravenking. Let's see how he's going to try to make this one back. A little mix-up on the timing there. Gets caught by the boomerang, but no follow-up means he only ate like 2 damage off of that.
Yeah, that's not a whole lot at all. And now we're looking at Ravenking here. It's been just swinging the sword, establishing that nair. Not a whole lot that Skittles can do when they're in that range aside from get hit. I think that they're just kind of rolling along, and if they have no reason to change their game plan, then why do it is the real question there. Ravenking right now is looking smooth.
Yeah, that was spicy, dude. Kind of started off that bomb, too. Look at those, dude. I know we're going to get a replay, obviously. The very late nair there. Close that one out. Here it comes. Yeah, see, that bomb kind of ended Skittles' advantage state, and then a good capitalization, very late nair right at the ledge. It's not where you want to be against Ike, because you can just, the stocks just start dropping like bricks too, getting spiked super. That was, I think, a 20-something. So yeah, that was, what a powerful spike, man. That was great.
And God help you if that nair eats your jump or something like that. You're trying to recover, and that sword, it reaches you, you get poked out, and all of a sudden, you're out of pretty much every single recovery option you have. Spare the offensive one. That is your absolute press in case of emergency thing. Well, Ravenking is a little too quick to follow that up. Knows this game's movement inside and out, and is showing it right here as they're trying to establish an advantage here in Pokemon Stadium for game number 3.
Yeah, especially, I like your note about the movement there, because the big thing is that, like, Ike, he doesn't have, I mean, he has better movement than he has had before, but his movement compared to a lot of the cast is a little kind of stiff, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, you need to know, it's more calculated movement than other characters. You kind of move all over the place. Good swing there, catching the Zaire, though. Master Ravenking, oh my god, getting the first stock up B again. If I've seen it once, I've seen it a million times today, Stu. Clutch edge guard there. He was losing that whole stock up until that moment.
Yeah, and this is Skittles again, just dropping stocks a little earlier than we'd like to see. We've seen Skittles on the comeback trail all too many times. I kind of wonder if that particular wagon has ran out of gas.
It's definitely possible, man. Here we go, more pressure here. I mean, that was a long set that he played before, man. That was a 5-game, you know, back and forth battle against Salem. So yeah, and then maybe not a lot in the tank. Here we go. Okay, forward air, good catch. Barely KOing. He really needed that to KO too. Nice job there by Skittles. He always just barely, you know, he starts bringing it back, but Ravenking pulls ahead. He usually knocks him off stage and gets an edge guard or a big spike like we saw at the end of that last game. There's a spike looking for an up air. No, nothing yet, Stu.
Yeah, and now as you're seeing that Boomerang come back into play, sitting at 109, Skittles still playing from behind and is going to have to do so from one stock down. Back against the wall, Skittles has no choice but to fight back.
Okay, Nair, for some pressure here. There's another one. Nair into fair. Good follow-ups, good fade away from Skittles. It could have been a stock if he got caught by that aerial. Again, we're seeing the situation where Skittles needs to try to land against Ravenking. Oh, he was trying to read an air dodge there. Oh, he went for the big boy swing. The Ken Griffey Jr., the Mark McGuire, the Sammy Sosa. I haven't watched baseball in 10 years, you can tell. Anyway. Up B.
I mean, you could have said Albert Pujols.
I'm just kidding.
Technically be current.
Mike Trout, yeah. It was a million, yeah. Here we go. Side B. Quick drawing his way back.
I got you, Gaz.
Yep. Yes, sir. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and again, that sweeping aerial is just catching everything, and every single time you saw Skittles try to jump away or utilize some sort of defensive movement option, that sword would always be there to catch up, to read it. And it's like, okay, you're trying to go up. Here, let me help you.
Yeah, I'll help you. Yeah, you're going up. You're going all the way up. All the way through the top blast zone. Very nice stuff there, man. Look at that Ravenking. I'm telling you, the offstage plays. Character like Young Link, both these characters actually very susceptible to getting KO'd early offstage. Losing at mid, early percent, anything from 0 to 100, they could definitely get KO'd. Nice little conversion there from Ravenking, closing that one out, man. He's going to stay alive in this bracket. And Skittles is going to drop out after a great set against Salem that we saw earlier. But that was really nice stuff. So good job by both competitors there. Ravenking just a little bit better today. 3-0. Solid victory there. See what he can keep doing in this bracket. A lot of damage to be done still. Yeah, so let's see what else we got coming up here. We got, okay, we're going to go to winners finals actually. So
yeah. So next up is going to be winners finals. We saw the Rob of Epic Gabriel versus the Game & Watch of Meister, going to be one for the ages and certainly the best that Wi-Fi has to offer. But first, we're going to tell you about what we've got going on. I know that you're up in Massachusetts. I'm down here in the proud city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Well, how about we meet in the middle and talk a little bit about community gaming, one of New York's largest gaming communities, bringing gamers together really wherever they are, especially in the Wi-Fi era. Their event platforms to network thousands, and I mean thousands of players, venues, and brands, hosted over 200 live and online tournaments for games like League of Legends, Valorant, Dota, and oh, by the way, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.